Hi, it's Peggy Lee, and I'm coming with you today with a close to my heart tutorial on how I created this card. Now, last night I didn't have enough light. This morning I think I have too much light, but we're going to just swing it and see how it goes. So this is a side step card, and I've been asked by my close to my heart girls to give a little tutorial how I created it. It's all over YouTube, so there's a lot of different patterns and ways to do it out there. This is how I have created it. Now, this stamp set that I'm going to be using is no longer available. It's a Stamp of the Month stamp set for, I believe this was for November, but I'm going to use it anyway. It's all good. It might be in the catalog this winter. We don't know. So, let's get started. Alright. So, the first thing we're going to do is I have my pattern, which is my template right here, and it is a 8.5 by 5.5 wide card template. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to score up to 4 1/4, but we're going to do that the second step. The first step, we're going to do a slit. It says a slit 1 inch up to 6 1/4. Okay? So this is how we're going to do it. Here's my 8.5 by 5.5 piece of cardstock, and this is chocolate by Close to My Heart. We're going to slip the 5.5 inch way. We're going to slip that in at 2.5 inches. So at 2.5 inches, we're going to place that right like that. Okay? We're going to take this side, which is our cutting blade. We're going to move the cutting blade to the arrow till it matches up at 1 inch. Okay? Press down 1 inch, and you're going to slide it down until you get to 6 1/4. So I'm at 6. I hope I didn't go too far. See, I'm always second guessing myself. I think I'm fine. So here's my slit. This is the 2.5 inch mark. This side is the 3 inch, and you're going to be doing your scores on this side. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to rotate the cardstock this way. Slide it in till we get to 4 1/4. Okay? We're going to do 4 1/4 first. At the 4 1/4 mark, you're going to take your bone folder. You can slide your little wheel down. I'm showing you this on my paper trimmer. You can do it on a scoreboard too. And I have one, but I'm going to score up to that slit line. Okay? Just like that. Okay? Now what you're going to do is you're going to flip. I'm going to just, what I do, usually you're supposed to flip it, but I find it's easier if I work with the 3 inch at the top, because what we're going to do is we're going to score down. Okay? Now the reason how you're going to know how to score at 1 inch is you're going to look, and where the slit starts at 1 inch, that's where you're going to score. This is the front of your card, this is the back of your card. Okay? So we're going to slide this in. We're going to slide it in at 1 inch. Alright? We're going to slide from the top down to the slit, and I just went through my paper. That's alright. And then we're going to score at 2 inches. I pushed too hard. We're going to score at 2 inches. Alright? Down to the slit. Then we're going to score at 3 1/4. Down to the slit. Then we're going to score at 4 1/2. Down to the slit. And then we're going to score at 6 1/2. Alright. And I can see, because I was afraid I went too far, I didn't slit down far enough, I'm just going to take and just slit there. Okay. So now what you're going to do is you're going to fold your card. Okay? Now normally I like to fold this way, but I want my card's going to be opposite of yours because well, no, you can do it this way. Okay. So you're going to fold down one, fold up one, fold down one, and fold up one, fold down one. Okay? You see how this side almost already measures up? Then you can come over here and do your score fold there. So let me show you that again, okay? Because the way I cut it on my paper trimmer, which you could do it this way too. I mean, look at this. I mean, you could do it this way too. It's not a big deal. It's not a big woohoo, you know. And you could have the stair step on the left side, okay? Or you can do the stair step on the right. I preferably do it on the right. So what I'm going to do is flip my cardstock over so my 2.5 is on my left and my stair steps are on my right. Fold down, fold up, fold down, fold up, fold down, and crease. Alright, so we're going to get rid of this because I have everything else pre-done for the video because it would have just taken too long with all those parts. And I'm not going to do my card exactly the way this card is done. Okay, I'm going to do it almost exactly but not quite. And I'll show you at the end. Okay, so what's nice about Close to My Heart paper is it's white core. So even though I went through the paper a little bit too much, that's not a big deal. We can fix that by taking a piece of sandpaper or Close to My Heart sanding block and just roughing up the edges. Okay, I'm just going to rough up all my edges just to kind of match what I did, the boo-boo I did. But what's nice about Close to My Heart paper is there's no boo-boo because it's made to be sanded. It's really pretty when you put it in like an embossing folder and run it through and then run your sandpaper over it. Just really, really pretty. I'm even going to fold out. Alright. Dust off your little dusties. And there you have a distressed card, side step card. Alright, so let's add up our embellishments. Okay, so what I cut for this was I cut a little piece here to go as my stand, okay? And this measures, and I didn't write it down, so I'm going to have to measure right here, right in front of you. It measures 2 3/4 by 4 1/8. Okay, so that's that back piece, and then this piece is just 1/4 inch smaller all the way around. This piece is going to fit on your front panel, and this one measures. Let's see, 2 1/4 by 4. Alright, so let me go ahead and show you how I did the stamping on this white or colonial white cardstock. So in November, this was the stamp of the month, and what Close to My Heart does is they do stamp of the month specials every month, and if you order $50 worth of Close to My Heart product, you can buy a stamp set for $5. And January stamp set right now is a beautiful rose Valentine's kind of stamp. So we're going to take a clear block from Close to My Heart, and I wanted to do some sort of a play on numbers. So I took all these numbers from Close to My Heart, and one thing that's really nice about Close to My Heart acrylic stamps is that they come right off. Look at that. They come right off. There's no fighting. I mean, I have bought stamps you know, from other companies, and oh my word, you can't even get them off the carrier sheet. It's a pain in the butt. Now there's no rhyme or reason to what I'm doing. I'm just filling in. So let's put that one there. We'll put the 5 going that way, and a 0, 6, 6. And what I'm doing is I'm just loading with and I'm putting my numbers. There's no rhyme or reason to my number scheme, you know, why I have my numbers the way I do. I just have them on there. And I just did the big numbers. I didn't do any little ones. So it looks like this. Okay? Alright, so let's stamp away. And I'm going to stamp in Close to My Heart's exclusive inks, and it's called Bamboo. And it's kind of going to be a little bit, not a tone-on-tone play, but just a little, and I'm random stamping. And I don't want it perfect. You see how it's not perfect? Some people would freak out because it's not perfect. That's fine with me because I like that. So let's move on. And we'll set that aside because we're going to do some more at that in a minute. Now, on mine, I had punched out the scallop, which Close to My Heart sells a 2-inch scallop punch. And then this was done on the Cricut. I don't have any more, and I wasn't going to cut a whole sheet up for one video, so I grabbed just a punch that, you know, fits like 1 3/8 punch to fit there. But when I was doing this in multiples, I cut out a whole page of this 1 3/4 inch circle, and it's great because, wow, you can get a lot of stuff done. So what I'm going to do is in that same stamp set, first let me clean off my stamp so I can get my, oh, actually, I was going to change it up a little bit. Here I did 25, but here I am going to do it in, I'm going to do 2013. So we're going to do a 2, a 0, and look how simple and fast these things come off the carrier sheet. I tell you, there are other stamps out there that do not come off. So in order to get this to line up really well, I'm going to line it up on my Close to My Heart Versamat. Alright, I'm going to line them up because I do want my stamps to look somewhat lined. You know, I'm normally not a measurer, but you know, for something like this, you know, you kind of want, and of course they're going to stick to my fingers because I'm videotaping. Of course. Can't be easy, can it? Oh, I tell you. Alright, stop, get off my fingers. Alright, you know what? The easiest way to do is to plop. And I'm going to just stick them on there. You know, of course, because I'm doing it on the camera, I'm screwing up. But you know what? I'm pretty easygoing. I don't freak out too much over little things. So I'm going to take my 2013 and I'm going to stamp it in Cranberry. Again, Close to My Heart exclusive inks. And I'm going to squeeze it right on there. Look how pretty that is. And vibrant. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. I just throw these little things off onto this little stamp here real quick because we're going to take our little, this was also cut on the Cricut, and it's to fit this stamp right here. Okay, let me grab another block. And we're going to stick that right on. And we're going to stamp this in chocolate from Close to My Heart. Alright. And we're going to stamp straight down. Look at that. Perfect. Loving it, loving it, loving it. Okay, since we have the chocolate ink pad out, we are going to take just a sponge, any kind of sponge you have, and we're going to ink the edges of our pieces. just to give it a little bit more distressed look. And we're going to do this one. Okay. Oh, let's do with our little 2013 too, just to keep it unified. Alright. I'm not going to worry about chalk inking this because it doesn't really matter at this point. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we want to, on this, it has the word December. So let's put on January. Since it is January, let's stick January on. Alright, pop that down. And I'm going to do it in the chocolate as well. We're going to stamp the word January. So this little stamp set is really nice for like Project Life or anything like that. Now, it's no longer available, but there are some consultants out there that might have an extra set. So if they do, just if you really want the stamp set, shoot me a message on the comment section and I'll see if I can find one for you. Alright, so let's build this card. Let's get it done. Alright, so we're going to put we're going to take some twine. This is baker's twine. We're going to take some of this and we're going to wrap it around our card base here. Start at the back and just wrap. I don't do it, I'm not too picky, because what we're going to do is we're going to tape it to the back, so it doesn't have to be perfect. Alright. Alright. And we don't want it really tight because we're going to stick a few things through it. So, alright. So now we're going to take our adhesive and get it on there really well. And this is a Tombow adhesive, and all these products can be purchased through me at Peggy Lee Baker close to my heart, or sorry, Peggy Lee Baker .ctmh, which is close to my heart.com, and I'll have a link below. Alright, and now we're going to let's tape this piece to this piece so we can really get this going here. Get this going and get it in. Get this. We're going to take and open this up, and we're only going to put adhesive right here on this back panel because that's where this piece is going to nestle in. And I usually just line it up the best I can. Alright. There. And now we're going to, I like to pop dot that up off. Pop dot that. The little 2013. Stick that right there. Alright, let's see what else what else is on here. Let's go ahead and add some pop dots. I actually want to make this a little dirtier. Add some pop dots to the back of here. And yes, you do see what you see. I had a bunch of these already stamped out, and I just said, why bother going and cutting another whole sheet of paper when I have extra. Flip it over. And this is white instead of colonial white, but it's all good. So we're going to stick that off to the side like that, and we're going to pop dot this just near the bottom, okay? And then we're going to add tape to the top. Alright. And we're going to stick that like there. Alright, and then we're going to take Close to My Heart's ribbon, and we're just going to cut a piece off, like a small piece, like that, okay? And then we're going to do dovetails Alright, you all know how to make a dovetail. I call it a dovetail. I don't know if that's the correct name of it all or not, but alright, and then we're going to take Close to My Heart designer brads, which are antique, and what I like to do is fold it in the back, or fold it like fold up and fold back, so you get kind of like a squished effect, but your brad's going to go through all 3 layers. Let's see if I can do this without going off camera. I keep going off camera. Alright, poke that through. Alright, I'm poking. I'm showing you how to poke it. Alright, and then we're going to poke that through. You know, it's not as easy as it looks. Oh my word! I think it's time for coffee. Okay. Poke that through just like that. So after you poke it through, you're going to go ahead and open up your brads, and what I do is I just bend them so that they're hidden behind my my ribbon. Okay, and then you're going to take a glue dot or liquid adhesive. I like to use a glue dot just because it's a little bit more sturdier, and you're just going to stick it right there, just like that. Okay, and then I have created colored, you can get these at Walmart, also in the new catalog that's coming out. You can get them through us, but you can get these at Walmart or any scrapbook store, and I just went ahead and stuck that onto there, and I did add a little bit of glue back here to hold it down. Alright, and I did have some pieces that were left over that you could cut out and add to here. You can add Happy Holidays, but since this is 2013, I probably am not going to do Happy Holidays. I'll probably finish this up with these 2 little arrows and add a photo, and maybe for my husband's desk. So here it is. Here's the one I did today. I hope that helps you. Have a good day.